All right, when you're multiplying integers, and the same rule applies for dividing, you look at your sign. If they're the same, then your answer will be positive. So if you're multiplying a negative number with a negative number, then your answer is going to be positive. If you're multiplying a positive number with a negative number, then your answer is going to be negative. Same thing as if it's a negative number with a positive number, your answer will be negative. So if the signs are the same, your answer is positive. If your signs are different, the answer is negative. So let's try a few problems. Pause the video and try them on your own, and then hit play to see how we work them out. All right, 4 times negative 7. You just multiply. 4 times 7 is 28. And a positive times a negative, my signs are different, so my answer is negative. Negative 14 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. My signs are different, so my answer is negative. 9 times 12. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 1 plus 1 is 10. My signs are different, so my answer is negative. Negative 6 times negative 8. 6 times 8 is 48. My signs are the same, so my answer is positive. 27 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. My signs are different, so my answer is negative. 11 times 13. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Bring down a 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Add those. 3 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. And bring down your 1. My signs are the same, so my answer is positive. Number 7, anything times 0 is 0. Number 8, 7 times 7 is 49. My signs are the same, so my answer is positive. Number 9, 78 times negative 1. 78 times 1 is 78. A positive times a negative is a negative. Number 10, negative 3 to the third power. This is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Positive 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. Negative 1 to the fourth power. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Bring everything else down. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Bring everything else down. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Number 12, negative 8 times negative 8, negative 8 squared. 8 times 8 is 64, and a negative times a negative is a positive. Remember to pause the video. We're going to do another set. Pause the video and work these out, and then play the video to see if you got them correct. All right, find negative 5 cubed. Cubed means negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. Bring everything else down. 25 times negative 5 is negative 125. Find the product of 13 and 31. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Bring down a 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add these together. 3 plus 0 is 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. 3 plus 1 is 4. I have a positive times a negative, so my answer is negative 403. Number 15, 5 times 4 is 20. Number 16, 3 times 1 is 3. A positive times a negative is a negative. Number 17, negative 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40. And a negative times a positive is a negative. Number 18, negative 7 times 20. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28. Bring everything else down. 28 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 6 is 22. A negative times a positive is a negative. So my answer is negative 224. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Bring everything else down. Negative 20 times negative 1 is positive 20. We solve with parentheses and then exponents, so there's nothing I can do inside this parentheses, so I go into exponents. This is negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Bring down your negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 1 is 5. Number 21, again, we do exponents. This is negative 5 times negative 5, which is positive 25. Then we multiply. 25 times 4 is 100, and the opposite of 100 is negative 100. Negative 4 times 8 is negative 32. Bring everything else down. We're subtracting, so we do additive inverse. Keep your first number, change subtraction to addition, take the opposite of the second number. When you have different signs, you subtract and take the sign of the number with a higher absolute value. Number 23. There's nothing I can do inside the parentheses, so I go into exponents. 4 squared is 16. Bring everything else down. Multiply left to right. I have 16 minus 4 times 5, negative 5, is negative 20. 16 minus negative 20 times negative 1, which is positive 20. I'm subtracting, so I use additive inverse. Keep your 16. Change subtraction to addition. Take the opposite of 20. My signs are different, so I subtract. 20 minus 16 is 4. 20 is the bigger number, the number with a higher absolute value, so my answer is negative 4. Hiking up a mountain, you notice that the air temperature drops 10 degrees Celsius for every 1,000 meters increase in elevation. Write a multiplication expression to represent the decrease in temperature if you hike up the mountain 3,000 meters. Then evaluate the expression and explain its meaning. If we're dropping 10 degrees Celsius for every 1,000 meters, then for 3,000 meters, it's going to drop 30 degrees Celsius. So the answer is negative 30.